Hey guys, it's September. You know what that means. It's fall, the season where we get to our cozy sweater and sweatpants, snuggle with our pets, and play our cozy games. Speaking of cozy games, I would like to share my top 10 cozy games this year. Starting in no particular order, at number 10 is Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. If any of you weren't aware, the OG Harvest Moon is now known as Story of Seasons, not the Harvest Moon games that is out today. And this is basically the remake of my childhood game, Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town. The nostalgia is real with this one. I still remember being 11 years old, playing Harvest Moon Back to Nature. It was my first farming game and I will never forget it, because it was the OG game that made me fall in love with all of the cozy games that is today. So, the story starts with you arriving in this beautiful town called Mineral Town. You've inherited your grandfather's farm that had fallen into ruin since your grandfather's passing. It's up to you to revitalize this town, grow crops, raise animals like chickens and cows, befriending the villagers and meet the love of your life, and eventually marry them and have a family. This game has charm and coziness that is just beyond expectation, and it will melt your heart. Number 9 is Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. Yes, it's another Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons game that is on my list. Just like all the previous Harvest Moon games, inspired by the tales of your grandfather's pioneering days, you decide to pack your bag away from the city life and move to beautiful Olive Town. And just like the previous Harvest Moon games, you get to grow this beautiful farm with crops, raise animals, even with more selection of choices, and even ride horses all over town, befriending the villagers and meet the love of your life and also start a family. What sets the Story of Season different than the previous games is that you can go to the salon, change up your looks and outfits, take photos and donate it to the museum, Animal Crossing, and many more. I've also noticed that there's definitely more focus on crafting in this game by utilizing the makers, to the point where my farm just feels like a factory at this point. This game is definitely one of the stronger games in my opinion compared to the recent games in the series. Number 8 is Animal Crossing New Horizons. This should be no surprise to anyone, because I'm sure this is almost on everyone's top 10 games of 2022. In Animal Crossing, you live on a deserted island, which you can turn into your fantasy island paradise. It's definitely the coziest game out of all, because there's no time limit, no quests, and everyone can play this game in a way they want to. You can customize how you look, how your house looks, and the whole island. You can craft, plant, fish, catch bugs, dive, collect artifacts, and donate to the museum. Shop for daily items that change every day, and even choose the animals you want to live with. Unlike other games, this game is real time and it follows the same time that you're at, which makes this really a unique cozy game. The animals that you live with has so much dialogues and always have something new to say every day, which makes this game so immersive and fun. This game has such a huge fan base and they've created so much QR codes design that the possibilities of customization are just endless. Number 7 is Stardew Valley. Probably the most successful indie game of all time. Honestly, despite me being a Harvest Moon fan, I didn't quickly jump into the bandwagon of Stardew Valley like everyone else did. I think I just felt so biased towards Harvest Moon that I was kind of upset that Harvest Moon never reached the success of Stardew Valley, despite Harvest Moon being the pure inspiration to them. But years later, I've given it a try, and I was starting to see the love that the fans gave. It is very much like the OG Harvest Moon that we all loved way back in the beginning. And just like the Harvest Moon plot, you've inherited your grandfather's farm with hand-me-down tools and barely anything. So the big bad corporation called Joja is trying to take over the old ways in town. And it's up to you to revitalize this town by farming, raising animals, befriending the people, and helping each other. The music in this game just makes it so cozy wherever you are in the game. And I don't know, that kind of helps make it feel more immersive for me. And I've also restarted the game using these mods, and oh my god, the fans that made this mod is like amazing. And I want to thank all of them because for some reason they just able to like elevate the game in a so much more any way that you want. Like if you want it to be cozier, there's so many mods that can make the colors just lighter and more ashy tone, and that's what I did. And the cozy aesthetic just makes it amazing, and it gives it that replay value. And so that to me definitely is. Number 6 is Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Dream. I've only played 2 Atelier games, which is Ryza and Sophie. Growing up playing JRPGs and life sim like Harvest Moon, I am like shocked that I've never played any of the Atelier games growing up. I don't know why that game never crossed mine, because to me, it's like the coziest slice of life JRPG I've ever played. It's like a dream come true. And this, playing just these 2, makes me want to play all of the Atelier series, and I'm so happy that there are so many of them. Let me know in the comment section below which Atelier game I should start with, and tell me your favorite Atelier. Now, you don't really have to play the previous games because it has like this some sort of recap, but you know, like always, you probably want to, because this may be an unpopular opinion. I've played Ryza 2, Sophie, and Sophie 2, and I've actually missed the English dub from Atelier Sophie, the first one. And that's really odd because I'm actually a sub watcher when it comes to anime, but I don't know. I think when it comes to playing games like Tales and Pokemon, I'm used to like English dub, so I don't know, I kind of miss the options of having both. So anyway, the story is about this girl named Sophie who left her hometown of Kirchenbell, and suddenly she and her friend Plokta were separated in a dream world where Sophie meets new friends who help her find Plokta. This game has a huge exploration in this beautiful world where Sophie can gather materials, defeat enemies, complete side quests, and the biggest mechanic of the game, hence the name Atelier, is synthesizing those items she found while gathering through alchemy, through a mini puzzle game. So it's basically the crafting part of this game. I don't know about you, but I've always find it oddly satisfying when she finds like a new question mark item together, and then it's something new. And I've always loved it because every time I go to like a new island, I'm like, oh, what new item can I get? And then it just feels really oddly satisfying for me. So this game also features a unique turn-based combat system with the 3 characters in the front and 3 in the back. So if you synthesize the right items, you will breeze through the fights, which is what I did because I've spent, like 140 hours or 130 hours of this game, and honestly 90% of them is just me crafting for items that I like. And it's not like I feel pressured, but crafting those items just makes it feel so, I don't know, oddly satisfying, and there's no time limit, so it's just very nice and cozy for me to like just do that. And also, if you don't really like synthesizing that much, you will be struggling against the enemy, but there's a mode where you can change it into easy setting, and I've done that a couple of times when I've struggled, and then I would just change it back. But in the end, even when I went into like very hard, I was able to do it because I was able to synthesize all the right items. So, and I love the art style of this game and the characters. They're so charming. They all have side quest backstories, and you can get to know every single one of them, so that's very nice. Number 5 is Dinkum. Dinkum is an adorable and cozy wholesome farming sim with an Australian twist. A lot of fans call this the baby of Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley, and I definitely saw that when I was playing it. You can customize how your characters look, and just like the games mentioned, you start out in a little tent in this tropical island, collect valuable resources by hunting, mining, fishing, and foraging to expand and customize your town and attract new townsfolk and businesses. You can cultivate crops, care for chickens, cows, and sheep, and you can craft items to organize and decorate your town. So what sets this game apart from the others is the multiplayer part, and I've actually tried it. Unlike Stardew Valley, you don't really have to make a new save file just for the multiplayer. So a lot of the things that your friends can help you with, like my friend helped me with my daily chores and like just with my island, with crafting and making stuff. And it was just really nice because like a lot of it still counts towards your gameplay, and you know, that to me just puts the cherry on top. So I can't wait to like build my ultimate town with my friend, and that would just be nice to have that. Number 4 is Ooblets. Ooblets is a farming and creature collection game. If Dinkum was a baby of Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley, this game is a baby of Harvest Moon and Pokemon, with a slight twist of Dance Battle, that is. So the Dance Battle utilizes a card-based system, which may seem overwhelming at first, but it's actually much simpler than you would think. You can customize your character and your outfits. You start out in an island called Batchtown to start your Ooblet-filled life. You'll meet new people there and join a club that will determine your starting Ooblet. Pokemon, anyone? Ooblets are these little guys that will follow you everywhere, and they love to dance. You can get more Ooblets by finding them and challenging them to a dance battle, who will eventually give you a seed if you win, and you can grow your own Ooblet. There are 3 different rarities, which is purely cosmetic, and my dream, of course, is to get all the kawaii pink creatures so they can match my cozy setup. So your goal is to save Batchtown from the forces that want to take it down by cultivating crops and turn them into treats, drinks, by using machine, and all of those things. Your Ooblets can also help out in the farm. There are so many things to do in the town, and it may not seem like a big town, but every time you travel and you go to like different houses and talk to people, there's something new. Like there's like a new shiny objects, and you can pick them up and then you can make friends with them just even talking to them, and they give you side quests, and then you can give gifts and then you get stickers from them. One of the standouts to me for this game is I love the style. It's very colorful and vibrant, and it's just so full of life and very cozy. Just playing everywhere, like lounging around, it just makes you feel very comfortable. Number 3 is Potion Permit. Oh my goodness, when I saw the trailer for this game, it was like love at first sight for me. So I played the demo of this game, and I fall in love with it even more than when I saw the trailer. And I feel like it's gonna be in my top 10 games like of all time. This game's checked all of the boxes in my list that I've been looking for. So basically, the people of the town of Moonberry has always been anti-science and medicine because they believe that the traditional methods of healing is like the right way. But one day, the mayor's daughter was deathly ill, and even their local witch doctor couldn't do anything for her. So they were forced to ask for help outside of their community. So the medical association decides to send their best chemist, aka you. And it's up to you to help cure the mayor's daughter. And you can help convince all of the residents of Moonberry of modern alchemy. When you first meet them, you can tell they really don't like you. But each day, you're proving them with love and patience, which will melt their heart and open their mind to new things, like the modern alchemy. This game, to me, is definitely a mixture of Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, and the Atelier games, which is like a theme at this point of what I love. And I actually love that a lot of these games are just a combination of things that I love. So your job is to take care of the residents by diagnosing their symptoms and find a cure. You can do that by gathering ingredients out in the world using your tools. During your adventure out, you'll encounter monsters as well, and you can collect materials from them. You learn new concoctions to buff yourself or inflict status ailments to the monsters. This would, to me, sounds like the Atelier part of the game. And so on the other side of that, you can build a relationship with the townsfolk, see their feelings towards you change, and you can even get married. Number 2 is Disney Dreamlight Valley. Oh my goodness, if you've known me personally in real life, for years I've always complained to all my friends and literally ask them, when will Harvest Moon make a game that has like Disney Pixar like graphics? I've been saying that for like years, and I've always thought eventually Harvest Moon would make a farming life sim game that has that graphics and animation that will blow us away. Never did I think it would be the reverse, where Disney actually would be the one making a farming life sim game. It's only been a few days of playing the early access, but honestly, I've loved every minute of it. And it's exactly how it sounds. Like, Disney Dreamlight Valley is basically a life sim filled with quests, exploration, and activities featuring Disney and Pixar friends. The valley was a happy and magical place. That is until the forgetting, the night thorns grew across the land and severed the wonderful memories tied to this place. Anyone getting a Kingdom Hearts vibe from this? And yup, it's definitely up to you to discover the stories of this world and restore the magic in Dreamlight Valley. You can customize your characters, your outfits. The customization is huge. Like, you can even draw stuff on your clothes. Like, it's just a huge range. At first, you only meet Merlin by your side, but each time you get to meet like new Disney Pixar characters, and you'll develop relationship with them, and you can even do side quests with them, which is like crazy, and it's very like satisfying to like meet new people every time. And then you can grow your own garden, plant seeds, water, harvest, cook with Remy, fish and crab, and so many items that you can customize to your cozy home. And you can even customize a whole island. And I'm just like, this is like The Sims, but it's on a whole different level in my opinion. Last but not least, number 1 is Harvestella. Now, before you type in the comment that this game isn't out yet, I know, but let me tell you guys, I was literally freaking out when I saw this. Growing up, like since I was little, when people ask me like, what's your favorite game? I always tell them Final Fantasy and Harvest Moon. Never would I have thought these two games would have a crossover. Like, I would totally see Marvel and DC crossover in the movies before seeing these two. So, and if you've been keeping up with the pattern of my list, a lot of these games are a combination of two games that I love. Then this would be the ultimate combination for me personally. Harvestella is a brand new lifestyle simulation RPG. The game takes place in a world with 4 giant crystals, of course, called Sea Slide, in a village called Leafy, with beautiful colors and the changing seasons. This paradise was ruined by the season of death called Quietus, which caused crops to wither and die across the land and preventing people from going outside. It's up to you to till the land, sow the seeds, gather your harvest. You can go on an adventure to gather materials for crafting and cooking, travel to Otherworld and get to know all the other townsfolk as well and develop a relationship with them. The graphic and animation is top notch. As you guys know, Square Enix obviously want AAA company games. So I really have high hopes for this one, and I'm sure everyone does too. That is it for my top 10 cozy games of 2022. Now that I've finished telling you guys my top 10, why don't you guys let me know your top 10 and what game would you guys recommend for me? I would really love to hear from you guys, and let me know what kind of videos you guys want me to do next. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. Have a cozy day. Bye.